Hi everyone, welcome back to Brain Dump. I'm Kai. I am so mad at myself because I just recorded this entire episode. And then when I tried to save it, it disappeared. Just gone. So I'm really gonna hope that doesn't happen again. We're gonna redo this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Just want to preface again that I'm not a mental health professional. I'm just a 20-year-old that's struggled with mental health pretty much my whole life, and I enjoy learning the psychology behind the things that we do. Also, sorry I haven't made an episode in like 2 weeks. Just life, school. I'm taking 3 summer classes, but my history class is just a session 1 class, which means it's an entire semester shoved into 1 month. And so I'm actually going to Augusta on Tuesday to take my history final. So like, it literally went from, I think, May 11th to June 11th, or June 12th. So, yeah, a lot of work shoved into 1 month, so that's what I've been doing a lot for the past few weeks. Just school. Today, I'm going to be talking about healing and how it's not a linear process. Sometimes I feel like when I have a minor setback, it cancels out all of the healing that I've done. And I'm not trying to be like that bitch. Like, oh, peaks and valleys, shaka bruh, it's gonna be smooth sailing. Like, no. There was a point where I carried it so well that I thought that it was a bad thing to feel overwhelmed. Like, what did I do all this work for just to feel this way? But that's just how we're gonna feel. We're gonna feel overwhelmed sometimes. But just like any feeling, it's fleeting. All feelings are fleeting. Temporary. Happiness is temporary. Sadness is temporary. Anger, it's just, these feelings don't last. It's a moment in time. I think about all the anger that I used to hold against other people like a year ago, and I don't have that anger anymore. And that's honestly so shocking to me. It really is, because I never thought I'd let go of that and get out of that angry state of mind. Because when I say angry, I was really fucking angry. And I don't think I've ever had so much hate for other people simply because I wasn't being heard. But that's just life, and sometimes I'm not going to be heard. Life isn't always fair. But not being heard by those people has helped me move the fuck on with my life and actually focus on my peace and how I'm going to make myself happy and the people around me happy. I had to learn to be gentle with myself because I was so used to talking down on myself for a long time. There are some things that I've done in my life that I'm not particularly proud of at all, but what's done is done and there's no use dwelling over it. I take all of those mistakes as a learning experience. And sometimes I do feel really fucking selfish about saying that. I hurt people, but I'm taking it as a learning experience. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. There's a small part of me that thinks about all the shitty things that I've done, and I go, wow, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? But it's gotten easier to drown out that small voice with my own voice. I have my own truth, you know? Nothing's wrong with me for making mistakes as a teenager. Nothing's wrong with me for making mistakes in general. I just have to learn from it. It doesn't make my mistakes justified at all. But I forget that I'm 20. I've been on this earth for 20 years and I'm still figuring out how to live. I'm still figuring shit out, and sometimes I feel like I can't catch a fucking break, and I feel like my healing has all been for nothing because I had a bad day. But a bad day doesn't mean a bad life. It's so weird because now I know my value and I know my worth, and I'm proud of that. But on those shitty days, it somehow gets clouded in my mind, and suddenly I don't know my worth. I don't know my value, and I don't even know why I'm here. And I know I've played a huge role in my own suffering. And I know what you're thinking, don't fucking mention your childhood again, Kai. Listen, it really does stem back to that. My dad used to make me think that I was worthless, and so I used to have all these self-sabotage habits just because I thought I deserved it. That I deserved to feel pain, and I deserved to hurt. When I was a kid, whenever I would express pain, it would be used against me. My dad would literally make fun of me. He would laugh at my pain, and I thought that was normal. I think that me thinking that it was normal made me think that I was deserving of it. But honestly, hitting rock bottom, hating myself, losing myself, it was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And that may be fucking cheesy, but I don't give a shit because it's 100% true. I started to gain appreciation for things in my life that I haven't thought about in years. I started to spend time outside, and that may seem small, but it really isn't. Reading, working out, journaling, making stupid video diaries, music, just things that make me, me. And I honestly love me. I really do. I've worked way too hard on myself to still hate the person that I am. I like the person that I am, and I don't think that there's been a time in my life where that's been true before. Healing from trauma hurts. It can physically hurt your body, hurt your mind, but it's the process. The hard fucking work is the process. I know I've said this quote before, but to heal a wound, you need to stop touching it. And that may be the dumbest thing you've heard all day, but just try to think about that. You're never going to heal from a certain thing if you keep going back to it. Keep thinking about all the would'ves and could'ves and should'ves like you're not Taylor Swift. It's taken me a long time to realize that I'm literally relearning how to live, because when I was a child, I was just surviving. Trying to avoid my dad so I wouldn't feel like actual shit about myself. Trying to protect my mom from his abuse, but whenever I tried to get involved, it feels like I was only making it worse. Hiding in my room, like, my mom and I talk about this. At that time in our lives, we were literally prisoners in our own rooms. We were scared to come out because we knew what would happen if we did. And that's so fucking sad. That was my childhood. I avoided having friends over at any cost because after the first time, they'd never want to come back because they knew how terrible my dad was. No one wanted to be around it. Neither did I, but that was my life. And my dad didn't officially move out of the house until I was 13, I think. And from the ages 13 to 18, I still had contact with him, but it was very complicated, given the circumstances. Because I wanted a relationship with my dad. I do want a relationship with my dad, and that part of me makes me feel like my healing has all been for nothing, because how could I want a relationship with my father who's an awful man? But I've realized that it's normal to crave a relationship with him. He's my fucking father. But for the first 13 years of my life, my dad made me and the rest of my family feel absolutely worthless. I'm gonna give a little trigger warning. For the next 15 seconds or so, I'm gonna play clips of what my childhood was like. So skip 15 seconds if you don't want to hear yelling and my dad being a dick.
You're such a lazy piece of garbage. You're a lazy piece of garbage that doesn't help around here, that does not clean. You won't even help out. You're such a piece of garbage.
That was life. Constantly. And it was not fun. And I don't ever want to go back to that. And healing from that is really fucking hard. But like I said, and as the title says, healing is not linear. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that for now. Let's see. I'm trying to think, because I haven't made an episode in 2 weeks. What's going on with my life? I got a job. It's not a behavioral health job, but it's okay. I got a full-time job, so we're good. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about buying a flip phone. Like I said, I have a job now. One of the only reasons I have felt the need to hold on to my phone was because of the DoorDasher app, because that was my form of income. But now I want to throw my phone in the fucking lake. I have my disposable cameras to take pictures. I have CDs for my car for music. I don't need my phone. I don't need it. Of course, I'm still leasing this phone, so I still have like a whole another year of making payments. But I don't know, maybe I just use it at home. I hate bringing it with me. I just can't explain it. It just... What else? I've been playing Life is Strange. Oh my god. So, when I was in middle school, I played the first Life is Strange game. I don't even think I played the entire thing. I think I only played the first episode, because when I was replaying it, I was getting, like, further into the game, and I was like, I don't remember any of this. So, I played the first episode when I was in middle school, and there are multiple Life is Strange games. So, I just replayed not just now, this was a few weeks ago, I replayed the first game, and then I played Life is Strange 2, which is a completely different storyline, but it is so good. And then, recently, yesterday, I finished Life is Strange True Colors, and that one, oh my god, it's so good. So basically, these games are about people that have secret powers. So in the first Life is Strange, it was about this girl named Max, and she could reverse time. And then in the second one, it's a story about these two brothers, Daniel and Sean, and you play as Sean, but the little brother Daniel has the powers, and the ending is crazy because it's one of those games where it's tailored by your decisions, and I think there's like 8 different endings to the second Life is Strange. Like, in one of the endings, the brother dies, he goes to jail, like there's so many different endings, and in the ending for mine, like they went to Mexico together and lived happily ever after. And then I looked up all the different endings, and I was very happy with the one I got. So yeah, the little brother in the second one, he can move things with his mind. And then Life is Strange True Colors. I think the True Colors one was really my favorite. I just finished it last night. It's the most recent one. I think it came out in 2021. I think this was the first game that they used facial tracking and like body tracking for the characters, which means they actually like had actors doing the movements instead of just the animation, but it makes it look really real. The True Colors one is about a girl named Alex, and she can see people's true colors. Like when they're feeling an emotion really intensely, she can pick up on it and like read their mind essentially, and then if she really wants to, she can transport herself into their minds, and she sees the world the way that they're seeing it, like with their clouded anger or sadness or happiness. I thought it was really cool, and there's 2 love interest options. There's a guy named Ryan, I think that's his name. I really wasn't even paying attention to him because I wanted her to be gay. And then there's a girl named Steph. So there's an ending where Alex doesn't end up with the girl, and I just think it's so freaking cool. And the plot twists in these games, oh my god, it's so fucking crazy. I was screaming at my TV last night because I did not see the ending coming whatsoever. Anyway, here are the books of the week. So I don't know if I already finished Happiness Falls when I recorded the last episode, but if I didn't say that last time, I finished Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. That was a good book. And last week I read a book called Mistakes Were Made by I don't even remember the author's name, I'm sorry, but I saw it on the Pride shelf at the library, and I was like, you know what, let me read a lesbian book, why the fuck not? Let me tell you, I was not expecting all the smut. I was on page 4, and it was just fully sex. I was like, wow, this is just, it looked like on the front of the book, it looked like a teenage rom-com. Nope. Listen, I'm not a big fan of smut. It makes me very uncomfortable, but the storyline was actually really good. So I would recommend that book. Mistakes Were Made. Couldn't tell you the author, but you can figure it out if you want. Okay. And yesterday I started reading The Inmate by Frida McFadden, and I think I'm like 3 chapters in. It's really good. Okay, songs of the week: The Bolter by Taylor Swift, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish, Doing It Again Baby by Girl in Red, Dance by Justice, Don't Mess With Me by Brody Dale, and To All of You by Sid Matters. Thank you for listening. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and remember that you're loved, you're valued, you're appreciated, and just take it one fucking day at a time. That's all we can do. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.